guys, this is Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about some romance in manga. So I'm here to share with you my recommendation when it comes to romance mangas. I have divided this video in 3 categories. The first one will be recommendation for woman-woman romances. After that, more standard men-female romances, and lastly some BL, so boys love, that stands for male-male relationships. So I'm multitasking today, so I'm eating my cinnamon roll at the same time as I'm filming, so I hope you don't mind. Let's jump right in. So I will start with female romances. The 2 I have to suggest are very fluffy and vanilla, as I said, just up my alley. The first one is actually a webtoon, and it's called Tamen de Gushi, and it's not completed as far as I'm filming this video. It's not completed yet. It might be when you'll be watching, but for now it's not completed. It's a webtoon, as I said, so a comic that's not published in magazines as traditional mangas would be, like Naruto, for instance. But it's so good, it's so cute. They have the sweetest moments and the romance. So to give you a bit of summary, there's those 2 characters that are going to different school, and they meet up by chance at a moment, and from that point on they start developing a friendship and then a relationship. And there's a bunch of side characters as well that are super fluffy and cute as well. It's super slice of life-y. The romance is definitely like the main point, but there's also some sweet moments with friends and all the people around them. So I would highly recommend you check that one out. It's just so fluffy and cute. I think that pretty much anybody would like it. So cheers to that.
The next one I have is Asagao to Kase-san. A bit in the same kind of trope as Tamen de Gushi. We're following 2 high schoolers that are quite different, but they meet up and they start a friendship, and after that a relationship. It's super fluffy, super cute, super vanilla, right up my alley. And what's fun with this one, if you enjoy the manga, there's also an OVA that just was released a couple of years ago. I don't want to give too much away because there's not a lot that happens because it's so short. To try it out. Basically, it's what I'm saying. Now, for the next category, I'm going to jump right ahead into boys love. The first one I'm going to recommend is an author in general, which is one of my... I just love her. She makes the sweetest stuff. She has multiple series, but I would have mainly 2 to suggest, but I think that anything you pick up by her has the potential to be good. So the first one is Honto Yaju, and the second one is Omari desu. So Honto Yaju is a romance between a cop and a yakuza, but it's not that serious. It's made in a very comical way. The other one, Omari desu, is a romance from 2 person from the same small town. There's that guy that's a priest, and there's the other guy that's a third son of a fisherman, and the third son just came back from the city to take back the business from his parents, and the priest has been in love with him forever, and he's just going crazy. Basically, he's the cutest. He's such a cinnamon roll. Yeah, so both stories are super cute, and she always pretty much makes stuff that is cute, that is vanilla. She's very funny too. I find her funny. The humor she has is my kind of humor. It's just her characters are so over the top and kind of dumb, but in a cute way. So I would highly suggest you go toward those if you're interested in boys love, to just dip your toe. Please note that there's graphic content in those, so if you're not interested in that. She made some that don't have like any graphic content, but just check trigger warnings if you want to try that author out, but I would suggest her. My second recommendation would be Kambiniku Kun, which is one of the first I've read and really loved, because back in the day when I first started reading mangas, in Yai especially, it was very hard to find stuff like that were just fluffy and cute and consensual basically. Sadly, back in the day, what was kind of hot was Junjo Romantica and Sekaicha Tsukoi. Sekaichi is a bit better, but Junjo Romantica, oh my god, like I can't believe we watched that, and it just sadly in both cases, in both those series, the consent is kind of lacking, which is why I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, the one I recommend didn't have consent and are fluffy and cute, so you can go in those safe. Yeah, so for my shoujo recommendations, so female-male relationships, the first one I have is Genkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, which is a story between two students. One of them is secretly a manga artist, and the other one is just a girl, and she's pining over him, and she gets dragged in basically his manga business for some reasons, and she starts helping him, and they start building relationship with a lot of other side characters that are all awesome, if you want my opinion. So the plus of reading that manga is that it's super funny, it's sweet as always. The only thing I'd say is a bit not annoying, but kind of, is that the joke is that the two main characters have moments where you think they're going to get together, but finally like a joke happens. So there, I wouldn't say like go into that one for only the romance, because it gets frustrating. But if you're in for some humor and some romance, yeah, pick that one up for sure. The next one I have is a just sweet, like so up my alley romance, and it was made into an anime, and the anime is great as well. Same as Genkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, by the way, if you're ever more interested in animes than mangas. Both have, and they're both great in my opinion. I've watched both. My next recommendation is My Love Story. Like, oh my god, the cuteness, I can't, like the sweet little cinnamon roll that is in love with that the big bulky man, but he's such a sweetheart, he's such a bear, like everybody's scared of him, but he's just sweet and he's just want to fall in love, and I cannot even express myself clearly. That's how much I find it cute. And there is a best friend that's also in the story, and he's kind of interesting. What's fun about this one is the fact that it goes against the trope of having a unpopular girl pining over a super popular male protagonist. Instead, we're following a male protagonist which is not feeling super confident in himself. He's not the stereotype that women are necessarily interested into, and it's following his love journey as he meets a sweet little girl that is totally into his appearance, figure, and his personality, and they do form a super cute friendship together and then a relationship. So that's it, guys. Those were the romance manga recommendation I had for you today. Comment down below if you've enjoyed the video, if you want to see more recommendation either for animes or specific categories, as I've read many of those, and put a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next one next week.